Hi friends, I am Madhyalagan, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications. So software engineering, so software development project. So how to software project development of a project in the software engineering. So the categories of software development project, so start from small, simple application to the large, so complex systems. The software development refers to the process of creations, deployment, and maintenance of the software and software component in the any other computer programming applications. So it involves the range of tasks, so including the development, testing, and debugging code, as well as the managing and updating the software once it has been deployed. So front-end development. So front-end development involves the building the user interfaces and the client side of the web applications. So front-end development use the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create a visual element and design of the website or app and make sure they're displayed correctly on the different devices on the browsers. So some specific tasks that front-end development many work on include so designing the layout and the visual appearance of the website or app, creating and styling the user interfaces element such as a button, menus, and forms, and writing code to implement the responsive designs so that the user interfaces, so different devices and different screen sizes. So backend development. So backend development involves the building the server side of the web applications. So backend development involves the creating and the maintenance the APIs, database, and server side logic that the power of the front end of the web applications. The made use language such as Java, Python, Ruby, or PHP. So as well as the framework like as the Reliance and Django or Spring. So some specific tasks that backend development may work on include. So designing and implementing the architecture of the server side of the web applications. So creating and maintaining the API that allow the front end or website and communication with the backend. So debugging and troubleshooting issue with the server side of the web application. So web development. So web development involves the building a website and web applications. Yeah, web development is the company or deployer may work on the front end, back end, or full stack of the web project and may use of the variety of the language and framework. Some specific tasks that the development may work on include. So creating a user interfaces element using the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So optimizing the performance and scalability of the website or web applications. So desktop application development. Desktop application development involves the building applications that are installed on the user computer rather than the accessed through the web browsers. So desktop applications may be built for the Windows, Mac, or Linux operating systems and can range from the simple utilized to the complex program. Some specific tasks that desktop application development may work on include so designing and implementing the architecture of the desktop application creating. So cloud computing. Cloud computing involves the building application and the service of the cloud platforms such as the Amazon Web Service, so Microsoft Azure or a Google Cloud Platform. So cloud deployment work on the infrastructure as a services, so platform as a services, or software as a services project. Some specific tasks that cloud deploy developer may work on include so setting up and the configuration cloud computing resources such as a virtual machine storage and networking. So automating the deployment and the scaling of the applications or services using Terraform or Ansible. So sorting, storing, and retrieving the data from the database or files. So application development. So application development involves the building a software application for the specific purpose, such as the word processor, the video games, or a financial management tool. So application developer may work on the desktop, mobiles, or web applications, and many use as the variety of a language and framework. Some specific tasks that applications development may not work or include creating a user interfaces element using the languages and frameworks such as C++, Java, or .NET. So collaborating with designers and the product management and other stakeholders are the course on recruitment of the project. So full stack development. Full stack development involves the working on the both of the front end and back end of the web applications. So full stack developer has the broad of understanding of the all layers of the web development and can work on the project end to end. Some specific tasks that full stack development include so implementing the server logic using the language such as Java, Python, or PHP, and designing user interfaces of an element of the using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So API development. API development involves the building application of the programming interface, which allows the different applications to the communication within the each other and exchanging data. API developer many work on the back end of the web applications and many use languages such as Java, Python, or Ruby. Here is the list of the top API management platform that may be helpful user understanding more about how the build of the manages APIs. Some specific tasks of that API developer may work on include defining the endpoint URL and parameter of the API. So implementing the logic to handle requests and the responses. So implementing the security measure to the product gains attack and such as the SQL injection set of the scripting. So API developers should have a strong understanding of the backend development technologies as well as the API designing and best practice. Thank you.